Good evening, everyone. This is Natasha Central, and we'll be discussing technology that was founded and developed by Multisix Technologies Corporation in collaboration with SmartEd/PLDT Enterprise and the Interagency Task Force for the Management of Emerging Infectious Diseases, also known abbreviated as the IATF-EID, and the National Task Force Against COVID-19, known as Stay Safe PH, the app. Thank you for tuning in to watch me, Natasha Zalameda, get to have the pleasure of interviewing the chosen representatives of Stay Safe PH for this channel, Nera C. and Angela Baello. Thank you, Nera and Angela, for making the time to be here and answer some of our questions about Stay Safe to know what it's all about. To begin, I would just like to start with a few questions, six in total. So, I want to know, what exactly is Stay Safe PH?
So StaySafe.ph is an app or a software that allows people to stay informed with regards to COVID-19. So, for instance, if there's a place that had um, COVID exposure to it, it will be put into the app, and everyone else who has the app will be informed about it. Also, it is a good way for the government to keep track of um, the amount of cases that they get daily. And as I mentioned earlier, it records and basically surveils the COVID 19 cases. And also, with the app, you're able to get information about how to stay safe and how to, or what to do when you get symptoms of COVID. So that is basically what staysafe.ph is all about. It also alerts people. A joke, I already said that, but yes, it is basically an app that um, helps people stay informed with
Interesting.
COVID 19.
Wow, okay, all right.
So,
Thank you. Next question.
How do you use Stay Safe PH? Can you only use it on your phone?
So, how does the app work? The app at the very top at the homepage, you can put if you're negative from COVID-19 or if you're positive from COVID-19. And based on that, like Nera mentioned, um, your your phone is going to vibrate or notify you if you're exposed to anyone or if someone within a certain range has COVID-19 and if you're exposed. Aside from that, it also has, again, like she mentioned, information like your exposure for the last 14 days and your interactions with how many people you interacted with in the last 14 days. So that can be really helpful. And then aside from that, you can also see COVID-19 updates and statistics in the second page, where you can see the amount of confirmed cases and the amount of recovered cases, as well as
mm-hmm.
the amount of deaths per day. So these statistics are just for today. And then again, like she mentioned, there's also prevention and symptoms. Like that's an area in the app where that's where you can base the information basically. If you have any questions about COVID or you're confused about a certain topic, you can just go to the app and then you know that it's trusted and the information on it was like it came from a credible source.
Mm-hmm.
Then it also has emergency hotlines in the app and important numbers like that. And you can also use the app on your laptops or on your computers through the StaySafe web website, but it's still more accurate and it's just overall better to use it on the phone using the app so that you get notified. And since you bring your phone with you everywhere, it's more accurate and
Because
more
it's more
trusted.
accurate. Okay, thank you. Can I ask another question?
How does Stay Safe help our society? How has Stay Safe helped the Philippines with COVID-19? I feel like you mentioned it before, but I would love more an elaboration on it.
Okay. So, how does Stay Safe help our society? Um, Stay safe, as mentioned by Angela. There are a lot of things that it does. One of which she mentioned, was it notifies you if you've been in contact with someone who got COVID. And also, as I mentioned earlier, it's a great way for you to get information in an instant, as nowadays a lot of us have mobile phones or have access to a mobile phone. It allows us to stay updated with um, the COVID-19 cases, like currently. Um, Another thing that Stay Safe helps in our society is another thing that Stay Safe helps with in our society is it contributes to the safety around everyone, the health safety of everyone. As mentioned, it informs you about symptoms, how to stay safe, and social distancing. It reminds you to social distance constantly. And yeah, that basically allows everyone, all the Filipinos, to stay safe when it comes to COVID-19. Um, Another thing is contact tracing. So before Stay Safe, people would establishments such as malls, restaurants, they would contact trace through paper, and that was not very convenient, as it's on paper, and it's also not a safe way, since your information is just written out and there's no way of saying or telling where that piece of paper is going to go. So with Stay Safe, it's more secure, it's safer that way, and it's more consistent, as it's a lot faster, like such as like through QR codes, you're able to contact trace a lot faster that way. And with how Stay Safe has helped the Philippines with regards to COVID-19, it allowed government officials and healthcare personnel or professionals to basically gauge the amount of cases that we get daily. And with that, it allowed these people to act accordingly, or be more efficient basically with their data, and to help and improve the overall response to COVID-19. So, yeah.
Wow, no, that's amazing. That was a very comprehensive answer. No, I loved it. Thank you so much.
So, what does the future of the Stay Safe app look like? What steps, if you don't mind me asking, what steps are you now taking or taking now in order to reach or achieve those goals for the future?
Okay, so the future of the Stay Safe app, I think, looks very different from how we've seen it in the past. So, as you guys know, it was very helpful with all things related to COVID. And right now, it's really centered just on COVID. And most of its features are just informing us about COVID and informing us of the people around us, whether they have COVID or not. But in the future, we think that the app could be used to store the medical data of Filipinos and just citizens in general, so that when they go to hospitals or clinics, instead of having to fill up a long form, they can just use the app to give the doctor or the nurse or whoever the information that they need, because we want to take advantage of the amount of people who've downloaded the app already and who used to use it on a daily basis. But now that COVID cases are going down and they're very low right now, people haven't really been using the app that much. But the app was able to bring people who didn't really use technology that much. And yeah, even if they weren't used to technology, this app got them to start using it. And so the storing of the medical data can also help people with disabilities or the elderly, because sometimes they have a hard time writing down with with pen and paper. So they don't have to do that anymore with the use of this app. They can just connect the data and it will reach the system of the hospital. Aside from that, it's also when you go to the hospital or the clinic, sometimes it can be a really high pressure environment, especially if you're alone and let's say you're experiencing some sort of pain or discomfort. the last thing you want to do is to fill up a whole form, especially long forms with
Yeah.
all this information that you usually need to get you need to like look at your phone, look at your things for some of the information, and that's a really big hassle. So with this app and the future of this app, you can just with a few clicks give your information to the hospitals. And it also helps with people who don't always go to the same hospital all the time. Like sometimes they go to one like a bigger hospital, sometimes they just go to a clinic. You can't just keep on writing down the information over and over and over again.
Yeah.
So this helps with efficiency. It really helps with efficiency. So more patients can also be taken care of as well. And the hospital can also organize it better. And it helps digitize the industry basically. And it helps our society move forward because paper can break, it can get lost, it can
Yeah.
get wet. So this is more safe and it can be backed up and everything. So the steps we're taking now to achieve that future, right now we're just mainly doing research on the Filipinos, like to see if they're likely to use it. Like we said a while ago, it got many people who aren't that into technology to start using technology because they wanted to be safe. But they might the urgency isn't as present as with COVID, so they might still choose to just go with the traditional route of using pen and paper, which
Mm-hmm.
is why we want to make sure that the app would be very accessible and easy to use, even for people who are middle aged or older, or like we mentioned, elderly or with disabilities. So we're really trying to make it accessible, and we're doing the research to know how to make it accessible. And we're also currently working on the connections with hospitals because it will again help with the whole process that stay safe and the hospital already have a system in place that
Mm-hmm.
allows the patient to just click a few buttons and then it will automatically be in the system of the hospital without any complications. And we really want, like, our priority is to make it work very smoothly and with little to no issues that would come. And we also want to make it available in rural areas and provinces.
Mm-hmm.
So, aside from the big hospitals that many patients go to, we also want to be connected with as many small clinics and smaller hospitals that we can, even outside of Manila and just all over the Philippines, because I think we think that it's a really big help to many people and it's one of our priorities to make it accessible to all. And in order to do that, we just really need to do a lot of research and a lot of preparation before we can actually execute it. So, yeah, that's what we're doing right now.
Yeah. Very progressive. Very for the future, for the society.
Yeah, true.
Think that's so tama behavior.
Yeah.
No, yeah, no, that's great. Though.
So
Okay,
yeah. Yeah,
that's it.
that's it.
Oh, that's it? Oh, wow.
Thank
No,
you.
thank
Thank you
you.
for
Thank
having
you.
us.
All right. Thank you so much for taking the time to be here tonight and answer some of my questions that I have on the app. It's truly interesting to see, to get your points, your thoughts, and what exactly it is. And it's great to see. I'm very thankful to have you here on the channel tonight. And thank you for all the viewers right now who are watching this, who are showing the genuine curiosity as to how Stay Safe impacted the Philippines and how that technology just overall benefited the situation we're in the last few years. It does certainly give hope on the development of technology that the Philippines is going through, and with the right mindset and the right collaboration, we can create things that are just astonishing.
My God, like we're so grateful to
Oh
be
no,
here.
no, wait, no, we're so
Yeah,
grateful to
thank
have
you
you
for
here on the
bringing
channel.
awareness and exposure to the app even
Yeah.
more.
I hope um you all will download it now if you haven't yet,
Hmm.
and you will make your life 10 times easier that way. So yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Guys. Thank you again for coming and being here.
Bye.
Thank you so much. Bye.
I am so grateful. Thank you again, everyone, the viewers, for being here. Thank you to the interviewees. Oh no, the interviewed, Nara and Angela, for being here tonight. And yes, this is Natasha Central. If you'd like to see more interviews like this or find out more content that falls under this educational kind of genre, please do subscribe and click the like button below. And yes, the notification one as well. Thank you so much again, and good night.